and welcome to everyone. I'm Fiona Langsharp, IBCLC and Public Relations Manager and MC for Gold Learning. Welcome, Diane. How are you doing today?
Just fine, thank you.
Thank you. Well, that's awesome. Well, for all of you listening out there today, we have Diane Wiessinger with us here today, and she's going to be speaking at our conference for the Gold Midwifery Conference, and she's going to be talking about everything old is new again, thoughts on latching. Well, that certainly has a very intriguing title, Diane, but I'm excited to hear a little bit more. So can you tell me what really inspired you to talk about this topic?
I think 30 years of being in the field and seeing us go through attempt after attempt to get it right, and at some point here we began taking layers off instead of putting layers on. It's very interesting how this has all come full circle.
Well, that does sound intriguing, because I know with so much information out there, sometimes it does feel like we are on information load. And I know it's one of the things that mums often say to us is, there's just so many people telling me different things and I don't know where to begin. So what do you think, why do you think that we did forget some of the basic principles of breastfeeding?
Oh, I think it may go way back to when we started medicalizing birth, which automatically medicalized breastfeeding, and a medical model is sort of compartmentalized. You can put things in boxes. And the whole idea that this might be a fluid, variable, easygoing process, we kind of forgot that. We tried to force it into a mold and it just didn't force. So we kept trying harder and harder, and then realized that we were simply heading up the wrong alley.
I see. So we're not really all made cookie cutter, and that's something that we hear too, is that we're not all made the same. It seems like we have a lot of the language, but we're not really putting it into practice. Would you say?
I think well, that's a good point. I was going to say we're getting the language right before we're getting our own actions right, but we have now the tools to start backing off appropriately.
Well, it's very exciting, because I do feel like we are in a new age again in terms of breastfeeding. I feel like the demand is going up from mums again as they're learning more. We're seeing more mums all the time initiating breastfeeding, which is really rather exciting, see what happens in the new future here with these tools. So again, as we wrap things up today, Diane, can you tell us, what are you most looking forward to share Gold participants?
Well, the talk is mostly going to be about breastfeeding, but I think probably the thing that we lost and need to circle back around to more than anything is that birth and breastfeeding are connected. And if we don't integrate them again, we're always going to have trouble helping mothers with breastfeeding.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more, Diane. I'm very excited to hear how you put all these things together for us, and always refreshing to have you speak at Gold with us. So thank you for sitting down with me here today. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. And again, this has been Diane Wiessinger, and her presentation is titled, Everything Old is New Again, Thoughts on Latching. Thanks again for listening, everyone, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye for now.